themselves. They do not regularly shower.
A lot of them. I'm hearing from a lot of my clients. Their narcissists won't shower for like days on end.
Some narcissists have poor hygiene habits.
And this is typical of a covert narcissist.
They do not take showers regularly.
The covert narcissist would precede this kind of misconduct or misbehavior with a disclaimer. Disclaimer of authenticity, humility, pseudo-humility, fake humility.
Congratulations! Leah took a shower. Yay! She doesn't smell like moss anymore.
When Sniperwolf announces,
"This is your favorite president."
Here's the thing. Let's pretend he's 100% right. Maybe he is. Sniperwolf's a really bad person. I think we all know that, right? Who cares?
What we got?
He may have put out the single worst video of his life. Now, in fairness, I only watched the first 3 minutes of it, and it just was mind-blowing. Like
from a production?
I think
or just from a
stupid. Just beyond stupid.
I was gonna say production-wise.
All right, I'm gonna blow your mind. Here's the title, and it's from what I didn't think it was literal at first, right? And then you find out it's literal. Sniperwolf doesn't shower.
Wait, what?
What? He may have gone insane. I'm going to check this. He may end up in my Bobax book, where I'm just going to stop goofing on him because I think there's something wrong. He can't defend himself. Boy, he's going to hear this and piss it. So he's going to be mad. But yeah.
Okay, well,
yeah, he's like, because if you notice, I don't know if you guys noticed, I've kind of left Bobax off the list. I know other commentators, but yeah, I have a line with it. So maybe call me.
Let's see where this goes. I mean,
all right. Yeah, let's get into this. This is Bozar.
Okay.
This is wild. Hygiene case.
Sniperwolf doesn't shower. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
okay, gross.
Yeah, exactly. Gross. Still hot. You know, she's still fine.
I don't know. Not showering and that.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to go to bed with her. It does. I guess it kills it a little bit, but
need some nose plugs.
Yeah.
You know, I guess it does kill it a little bit, but I mean, Jeff jump scare. Sniperwolf doesn't shower. Clearly, she's a bad. Like, just because you don't shower, I mean, there's a lot of bad things about Sniperwolf, but I mean,
yeah, she's still racist.
Yes.
Okay.
Nerd alert. Sniperwolf is refusing to...
You know what? I don't know, but I mean, what's the odds of that stopping?
Take a shower.
I know initially, like when I saw the...
Thoughts on Michelle Trachtenberg passing? My answer is I'm not gay.
wigs and the colorful hair, I just figured, well, she's into cosplay. That's what that is.
What am I?
What she's into is not showering.
Are any of you guys into that? Because okay, I might be a little bit.
Guys, by the way, I'm wearing a wig. My hair was dirty. I jumped into the pool. I was wearing a ponytail. My hair got like crunchy and greasy and crusty musty. It's disgusting under here. It is a mess.
Ah, this weave itch.
I mean, I think I've went a month without showering before. I don't know anybody, but I mean, I don't get dirty, so I can go 3 months without showering.
Our sources believe it's been more than a month since the last time she bathed.
Turns out Sniperwolf doesn't like to bathe.
Why?
Can you believe this is surreal? This is absolutely surreal.
Of all the things to go at.
I mean, literally, he might as well. Sniperwolf stinks. You know, she smells bad.
Uh-oh, stinky.
Stinky. I mean, like, why is she in the news? I mean, she's like, you know, I hate when YouTubers, they get criticized. Oh, you're just obsessed. I hate that, right? It's always a thing. But Sniperwolf doesn't shower. It looks like a video you'd put up after, like, you made 50 streams on one person. You know what I mean? That seems like a title. Yeah. Pullbacks would hit it.
A long time.
Paul, this video made me want to...
$5. This video made me want to convert back into Islam.
Yeah. She can't wipe with it. What if she's left-handed?
On a computer I'd probably throw away. I remember there were some visuals of dirty hair. She was like pulling her hair out to the side and backlighting it like a spider web. She was calling attention herself to how soiled her hair was. And
you know, like, I'm not a chick. I didn't have any sisters.
Here, let's see.
All right, does that mean her hair is soiled? Because I had long hair though.
It looks like she hasn't washed it in a bit, but like,
yeah,
that's not something I'd be like, oh my god, that's fucking crazy. Like,
Isn't that like that's like a normal?
That's like,
yeah,
that's like a couple of days,
maybe he just woke up,
no shower.
you know, or something. I was thinking like he just woke up. For some reason, I feel like this guy is a nerd. Yeah.
Good eye. Good eye.
Good eye. Oh fuck! I forgot to turn the sound back on.
Makeup tutorial.
Although I don't know how much it matters. Jesus.
Pulling her hair out to the side and backlighting it like a spider web. She was calling attention herself to how soiled her hair was. And I also remember a makeup tutorial where she was drawing eyebrows on top of last night's makeup. So I noticed the signs of something special.
She doesn't shower.
She doesn't shower. Do tell me more.
Oh.
Am I supposed to watch this and go, ew, gross, I'm never watching her again? You know, like,
Yeah, I'm retired.
Disgusting.
But even in noticing the fresh coat
this is a 50-minute fucking video. I'm just letting you know.
of paint being put on top of dirt.
You can't trust me with a white.
I respect
That's commitment.
Hey, yeah. If you're able to get 50 minutes out of that, you know, I'm tipping my cap to you, honestly.
Sure.
I must have rushed the analysis, or I just didn't want to go into it that hard. Because the fact is, this is not a creator who is just cutting a few corners and thinking nobody's going to notice.
Me.
How many views does this have?
I bet it's 95.
95K.
I bet a few people watch this and are like, I bet if she doesn't, who would? She probably never thought like anybody would do something like this. I'll be perfectly honest with you.
All right, nearly 100.
Your favorite.
50 minutes on this. Hey.
It sounds like a boy crush. Yeah, I'm getting that vibe too, there, Mister.
I don't know. I honestly respect
that little
that.
hate boner type thing.
Yeah, but the boner's real.
You know what? Get your bag.
Yeah.
Go for it.
The boner is jumping out of his pants.
Messy hair YouTuber who needs a brush. My P.O. box is in the description below if you want to send me a brush.
I know my hair looks like I never brush it, but I don't.
This is a strikingly intentional.
But isn't she trying to
sarcasm?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, he's definitely exactly.
Choice not to bathe. More than 9 out of every 10 days, no shower. Throughout the entire span of her YouTube career.
Did she rip somebody off in crypto? Did she fuck somebody over? Did she break some kind of rule on YouTube? No, she stinks.
Did she put in a wheelchair down a flight of stairs?
Did she dock somebody? No, she doesn't shower. Oh my God.
She has gone to absurd lengths to avoid showering.
I haven't washed my hair in 2 weeks.
What is it? Sniper Wolf's related to Isabelle Loretta Janke. Oh yes, yes, Isabelle Janke. I know she is.
It looks like.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
My hair is very dirty, by the way.
That was really cool. Last time I talked about not taking a shower and that I don't shower much because yeah, I don't shower that much.
Weird flex, but okay.
The thing is, I don't shower.
You're ratchet.
I can't even run my fingers through it.
Rishi asked, what is the longest you went without showering? Now that I think about it, I haven't showered in what seems to be like weeks. I mean, I'll get in the bathtub.
I don't even believe her. If you did, first of all, here's something I do know about girl. When I was in basic training and everybody was pissed off about it, because I've told this story before.
Narcissistic donated $5. I forgot to mention that she voted for Kamala Raute.
Yes, thanks. I remember this. All of a sudden, we were 3 days in to our exercise. It was all outside. These buses pulled up out of nowhere. One of the female soldiers. I went to Fort Jackson because they had I want all the female soldiers to report to Buffett. And they all got in buses, and the rest of us were like, what the fuck? You know? And they came back and nobody said a fucking word, right? So I talked to one of my few female friends. Her name was Arali. And I asked them, no judgment, what happened? She said, they made us take showers. Why do you think they made them take showers? This is probably the main reason women can never be in combat, by the way. Why did they make them take showers? Jeff first, you know already, I know. We're outside all week. Why did they come up, collect all the female soldiers, and make them take showers? Why?
It's been a week. You're gonna smell like.
No, it has nothing to do with smelling. We all smelled like shit. We're living outside. Why did the female soldiers and not the male soldiers take a shower? Why were they picked up? Hey, listen, combat, you got to be out. You could be out for a month and not only have 2 cheers calls. Why were the female soldiers taken? You don't have a sister.
I do not.
Makeup, health reason. You're getting close. Why is it? Jeannie, do you know?
Off the top of my head, I know you told me this, and
It's really easy if you think about it. What happens if you don't take it? What's
Jeannie,
what's the worst thing that can happen to you if you don't take a shower for a couple of days?
yeast infection.
You got it. And that is the single biggest fucking reason women can't be in combat.
Can't let those bears. You can't be being hunted by bears.
Well, no. Here's the thing. Like you could have a situation in combat where you have no. I mean, you look. We took showers, but we took the wipe showers. You know, you wipe your ass, you wipe your dick, you wipe your dick. Women have an exposed area. You might be familiar with.
Yep.
Yeah, and you can't have. And then here's the thing. Like, well, this is fucked up. We're supposed to be equal soldiers. Well, you can't have like 20% of the women having a fucking yeast infection. It could cause us problems.
We don't have that exposed.
We don't have an exposed area.
And you have a longer urinary tract.
Okay, Lord Vega, thank you for being here 3 months without a shower. Guys can pull that off, but you still, by the way, you still got to wipe and get all the armpits, asshole, genitals. You got to get that at least, But, a wipe down there for a female is not. So I don't believe she didn't shower for weeks, unless she's just walking. She's a walking yeast infection. One of the two.
And I'll do like a really weird thing where I just turn on the faucet.
And I don't care if she didn't.
Just like kind of.
Is it called a Dutch shower or something?
Where you sit in the back.
If she wants to open a brewery, that's on her.
Oh.
I thought of that myself.
I'm stealing that line.
What?
There's some women who make bread out of their own.
No!
I
Sniper Wolf A. You're a nasty OBA, you're right.
Bath, and then you kind of take a shower, but with the bath.
I just want to. I didn't say anything gross. A Dutch shower, a sex act between one male and another. What?
Bath water, not with an actual shower coming over you.
Can I Dutch oven you?
It's not really a shower, but it's not really a bath. It's kind of in between. It's weird. Where did I?
All right, where I come from, the Italians call it an Irish shower, and the Irish call it an Italian shower or a Puerto Rican shower. That's the racism that I grew up with.
Learn that from? I don't know. It's not as effective as a shower. Kind of just used to wash my feet every day because I can't get into my bed without like washing my feet because if they have like gross shit on them, and I like walk barefoot everywhere, so they're gross, and I don't want to sleep with gross feet.
You wash your feet every night before getting into bed?
What's a toothbrush doing there?
I just got this thing that's wrong with me, like everything else that's wrong with me.
I want to know what her problem is. What you so evil for? You're pretty. You get everything you want.
In the last episode of Nerdline, we looked into suggestions made by over 140 comments that current theories in the field of psychology related to narcissism might provide better insight on the puzzling patterns of behavior.
He's not going this route.
Yeah.
He's going to play Jordan Peterson. Nice.
Central to
See, this proves she's a bad person because she doesn't shower.
Sniperwolf's mostly one-sided beef with Aziland.
Why does she hate her so much? Oh, we got.
What'd you say?
I was saying, like as a bullshit thing. Oh, she only cares about herself, therefore she's a narcissist because she
Yeah, she
doesn't
only
care
cares
how
about
she
what
affects
she-
others.
yeah.
2 of them doing the same
This is just beyond bizarre.
thing. Well, now I guess we know why.
A lot of narcissists and toxic people, like myself, we have identity issues. It's like we are facing an ongoing identity crisis.
Jetta's eyes are pretty, and now they're my eyes.
Sniperwolf even stole the way as he speaks.
But how did it just turn on?
I'm just an accumulation of...
Oh, no YouTuber has ever done that before. That's completely... What a maniac. Another YouTuber stealing another YouTuber's bit. We even know one. The guy we watched, the criminally listed. He stole.
Oh yeah.
What is that guy we
Chills?
did? Chills. Yeah, he stole Chills' way of speaking, and I'm sure he did because I listened to the old criminally listed like 7 or 8 years ago, and it's straight, and it's that same guy. There was another guy that used to do it too, but it's straight. And then as soon as Chills comes out, and I mean, it's completely changed. Yeah, that makes her a psychopath. Not trying to. Okay.
Number
traits
3.
that I've
Number 3. Yeah, she started doing that. Yeah, he stole Chills.
seen in other people that I've been jealous of or admired.
Can I just have this face? I just want her face.
I wanted it.
No, she's not screwing around. That's quite literal.
I wanted to be like them.
We get it. Her laugh is cute. We all want a cute laugh. But we can't always have a cute laugh. So go and steal a cute laugh.
I was like, damn, I like that about this person. So I would study them and take on their personality characteristic.
I'm not entirely sure that any of my personality traits are earnestly unique to me.
Yeah, ask yourself something, Nerd City. There's a guy. Who's the doctor? Dr. Grande?
Was it
Yeah,
the
Dr.
Indian
Grande.
guy?
He's the YouTube doctor, and he always says, "I'm not diagnosing anybody." I've heard Jordan Peters say that. I mean, he's not a client. I can only guess what's going on, whatever, what have you. But you, the professional YouTuber, know this. I mean, I can understand, like, oh, I think she's a narcissist. That's one thing. But to sit there and make a 50-minute video, are you kidding me?
Hey guys, I'm Ash, SSSniperwolf.
In this house.
There are details like this that I'm surprised nobody has picked up on yet. It's just been
I'd be surprised if anybody picked up on you.
kind of hiding there in plain sight. Every time we do a video like this where there's a channel that's made thousands of videos, it turns out that there's all these incredible things that sometimes explain a little more about the person or explain more than we would want to know.
You know when he takes a
What
poop,
do you mean? You made a 15-minute video on it.
he brings me into the toilet and he refuses to
Everybody wants to know.
flush or get off the toilet until I smell it and I have to inhale.
In this house.
The type of successful YouTubers that Evan and Leah were aiming to clone has shifted dramatically over the years. Currently, the 2 types of internet celebrity that she embodies on YouTube are a TikTok reaction channel
She's not even reacting. She's not even reacting.
and a beauty and style guru, typically using herself as the guinea pig or as the model. The premise is, do as I do if you want to get this look.
I don't know. She ain't. Say what you want about this broad. She may be even a psychopath. And YouTube wouldn't shock me at all. She's got a killer fucking body. And she's what, 31, 32?
Somewhere around there. I'll look it up
Yeah.
really quick.
Yeah, she's got a killer body.
She has
How to make your
32.
finger into a chicken wing.
Unfortunately,
I don't like her. I don't have to put any kind of defense of her. This is not a defensive sniper wolf. This is a ridiculous, comically bad video.
for viewers expecting to learn some of the secrets to her success, she always keeps her real advantages close to her chest.
Can we just stop and look at this skin filter real quick?
As you can see by the type of fans who show up to speak with her, her current demographic is predominantly young women. She shows off a look and a lifestyle that's easy to admire.
I like her because the way she looks.
There's a pattern here. Who was the other broad, the Latina broad he went after? What was her name?
Oh.
I know. I actually think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm no psychiatrist either. I think this guy's got a thing with women.
Chat help.
What the hell was her name? He said she was like had a pedophilic fantasy or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh,
Come on,
selling
Lele Pons.
softcore porn. You know, Lele Pons. Yeah. Probably the most,
statutory rape.
probably one of the most kid-friendly people ever.
Yikes, that's what's wrong with role
Statutory rape.
Yeah. What was it? Yeah, I remember that.
models these days.
And so naturally, they're more willing to listen to what she has to say.
Anyone could be famous. All you gotta do is be a piece of shit. Work hard and
She's right about that.
contribute to society.
I've played back drafts of this video and thought to myself,
I'm being too critical.
this is pretty abrasive in some spots.
People rather have pencil-thin lips than a second butthole on their face.
The worst descriptions for the things that you see on screen are leaking from Sniperwolf's second butthole, you see.
Oh, sick bird! Oh, got him!
She can be pretty cruel when she's talking about other people.
Girl, the only time a guy is gonna pull you is out of a dumpster or out of the ocean on a fishing line. Cause he thought you were a damn fish.
There were plenty of spots where I could just arrange it in a way that it does the talking for me and goes farther than I would.
She said it, not me. I'ma just let the woman speak, okay? This woman is wild. Honey, you ain't just a clown, you the whole circus.
Since there's so much material, what I found myself doing a lot of times was cropping out the people who she was referring to and then reusing the clip in a way where it sounds like she's criticizing her own content.
There's a portal that leads to another dimension on the very top of his scalp.
So if you see her like in the corner of her own video, that's something I did in editing.
The hair around it is simply protecting the
Thanks for letting me know.
portal.
And if
Never would have came to that my own conclusion.
the portal to Sniperwolf's profoundly antisocial personality never pulled you or your kids into it yet,
She's basically a psychopath.
then the way that I'm remixing this content might seem like, wow, Sniperwolf's really self-aware. No, quite the opposite,
This is so weird.
actually.
Girl, it's a daily struggle to laugh when your face got that much plastic in it. Oh girl, that's rich coming from you.
So that's an example of one of my edits where she says what we're thinking, and in the rest of the video, hopefully it's pretty simple. When she's speaking in first person, she's probably talking about herself. And if she uses second person like that, or
Video's
third person,
mind-numbing.
then she was probably making a
This video is mind-numbing.
nasty comment about somebody else. And one of the things she correctly indicates about herself is that she often records videos with messy hair.
No, I do not comb my hair.
What a whore.
How dare she? She's supposed to look perfect for us.
What a whore. Filthy.
And my ponytail does not want to cooperate.
The excuse she gives.
I hate when that happens.
Let me ask you something, Jeannie. Like he just established that his her audience is mostly young girls, right? Right now. Wasn't always the case, actually.
Yeah.
Wouldn't young girls get a kick out of a pretty older girl? Like, I don't care about my hair. I'm just crazy. I'm just doing it. Wouldn't that be like sort of a comedy thing, trying to get to them? Oh, this real pretty girl. She's not all wrapped up in her looks, and that's probably more than likely what she's trying to project, even though she probably is all wrapped up in her looks. Okay, buddy. You know? Just a week ago, I thought to myself, I should make a video about Sniperwolf and then analyze Trump for a bit of it, and fucking nerd stole my idea. Yeah, apparently it gets there too. Thanks for blowing the big part. Wait up.
For the current state of her hair can vary.
My hair is a mess because I spilled soup on it. Okay.
Because he's schizophrenic now.
That's actually that's impressive.
You're
That's
seeing.
impressive.
You're seeing. I. You know, if he's gonna fucking diagnose people, I will too. If he's mentally ill, I think it's starting to seep into his content. And we saw it little by little, but now we're like all the way there, you know?
Okay.
It's usually that it's been over a week or potentially even a month sometimes since she washed it or brushed it or styled it.
Hello, friends. It's me with the messy hair. It's been like weeks since I did
feel like she's playing to girls in that situation. I got messy hair and I don't care. Yeah, right? Am I off here, Jeannie?
Yeah. Well, it's that, and it's also like from what I'm seeing, he's also not taking a look at it, but it could be a sarcastic thing, an exaggeration. Like, oh, I haven't watched it for a few weeks. That could be.
And he's taking it literally. I gotta be honest, she looks like she showers.
The way she just said it right there. Yeah.
Maybe
The
she
way she
doesn't.
said it right there didn't sound like seriously.
But months since I personally styled my hair.
So hang on. How do you get a smelly narcissist who discusses their dirtiness openly?
Dusty, crusty haired YouTuber who really needs a bath. It's only, I would say, a little unhealthy. I'm making it seem worse. This is a mess that Dr. Phil needs to clean up.
not all narcissists are the same. They don't all express it the same, and they've recognized that
Dr. Phil.
This covert narcissism.
Dr. Phil, excuse me, sir. You going
If it's covert, how do you know?
to the ranch if you can't explain what's going on here?
Basically, I think there are 4 types of narcissism: the classic, malignant, communal, and covert.
Some of the most cited and respected research on narcissistic personalities has empirically verified at least 3 subtypes of narcissism, and that list has been expanding as new studies suggest the existence of more. Although not yet adopted by the DSM, these theories are nevertheless making their way into some modern curricula, as well as into the type of pop psychology that you're most likely to encounter listening to podcasts or watching TV. As we just heard, Sniperwolf's favorite former clinical psychologist, Dr. Phil, currently references 4 in his informational content.
But people also talk about the hypervigilant, the overt, the sexual, the oblivious. I tend to stick with the big 4. The classic, the malignant, the covert, and the communal.
The UCLA professor, author, and licensed psychologist, Dr. Ramani,
Yeah, her videos are great.
cites an increasing number of subtypes in her work and her lectures, and now sometimes teaches up to 8.
All the subtypes of narcissism that you find online, like the 11 types of narcissism, malignant, covert, that stuff was not taught to us.
Some psychologists, like Dr. Ramani, now believe that we should get away from calling it a personality disorder and instead discuss it as a personality style.
I don't give a rat's ass about narcissistic personality disorder. I really don't. I don't even think it should be a thing. And this whole NPD thing has...
How it started. Look at this video and how Daddy 05 is abusing kid. How it's going. Sniper stinks, bro. Also
confused and muddied the waters on such an important conversation.
Facts.
And more people waste time screaming and yelling about, how dare you diagnose someone with narcissism? You have no right to diagnose them, blah, blah, blah.
Based.
You're not diagnosing them. And it's no different than calling someone stubborn or introverted
retarded
or agreeable or antagonistic. It's just a description. That word, narcissism, was just only a descriptive word until the cabal of the DSM decided to codify it and toss it onto a diagnosis, which actually made no sense.
No sense.
To create a diagnostic typology around something
over
that
this?
really doesn't have an evidence base.
It sounds like he just talks
effective
to
treatment,
himself.
nor these folks who are like this would ever come into treatment.
Facts.
And it's actually a personality style that results in people making more money and being more successful at online dating and being more likely to be your boss.
So true. Everything I've done virtually has been a tremendous success. I'm really rich.
Does it really make sense to diagnose that pattern?
America married a psychopathic narcissist, so now what?
You're fired.
I mean, listen, it's a bit of a stretch. That's why we're using it more as an adjective, because I think his behavior is incredibly consistent with narcissism.
That resonates with me, and it seems to make a whole lot more sense than going through any...
Every single president diagnosed with this, including Obama and George W. Bush.
PD, especially when you try to understand all of these different proposed subtypes of narcissism. Although it seems like the subtypes would be describing different types of narcissistic personalities, what they're better suited for is describing distinct looking strategies for getting narcissistic supply.
Select your character.
So in Street Fighter terms, the subcategories aren't the characters. They're the moves.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
You might think of them as the default moves that any character can do. Another way to think about it would be that the goal is the same, but the tactics vary. And it would seem to explain some contradictions that otherwise make your head spin, such as when someone behaving narcissistically suddenly switches the way that they describe themselves in the middle of a sentence.
My hair looks ratchet. It's actually really gross. I haven't washed my hair in over a week. It doesn't really look like it. I mean, it looks like I just went to sleep, but don't I look so sophisticated right now?
A narcissistic person can literally flip from vulnerable to grandiose in the same sentence.
Why does it look like this? Why can't I have a cute ponytail like everybody else? Oh wait, it looked cute for a split second.
Within the subtypes, the core features remain intact. So fantasies about unlimited success, unlimited power,
Bing, 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 bing.
their own brilliance.
One of the great memories of all time.
But when it comes to the actual social strategies for getting those things, that's where the subtypes might offer additional insights. Grandiose narcissism is defined by its most conspicuous behaviors. subtypes, like a person who flat out tells you that they're the best and that they deserve the best.
Who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god. I just told you.
What would you want your Secret Service code?
I don't know, call me crazy. I think Sniperwolf is just greedy and wants money. I don't really think that she's...
Yeah.
It's like, can we say that Kanye's like legitimately mentally ill? Can we say?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I don't think that's the same level. It doesn't even. It doesn't. It does, like he's going on feels, so I'll go on feels. I don't. It doesn't feel the same.
When Kanye spurgs out, like it's just like you don't think anything of it. It's like, yeah, that's just Kanye. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And I get the feeling a lot of times too. People that even the psychopathy, they're just assholes, and then like but they're just a bunch of jerk offs, and like nobody can stand them, so they sort of rationalize a mental illness, I suppose. I'm sure I'm guilty of that too.
I've also just noticed Nerd City as a podcast.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm sure it's fascinating.
What name to be?
Humble. That's a good one.
Around the most recent presidential election, I saw a lot of posts about how Trump will make fun of himself.
Trump making fun of himself. Classic, laughing until crying.
Cock-a-doodle-doo, folks. I'm Donald Trump.
Trump has been willing to go on SNL,
Call me on the cell phone.
play himself in comedies, and he'll even cooperate with an impersonator if it's reinforcing certain positive associations.
Go ahead. You're fired.
Like that he's iconic, rich, tough, and desired by beautiful women.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably a little. I think this is a good point. Like the people that are making fun of him, calling him a Nazi. He really needs to shelve his ego and work with them.
Yeah, you look much richer in person.
He'll even play the fool if he thinks the laugh comes at how absurd it is to imagine him differently, like that he's poor, not famous, weak, or less desirable. So while that appears like he's not taking himself seriously, or that it's some sort of humility, the joke is a big compliment. By laughing at the absurdity of the premise, it reinforces his high status in categories that people do admire. He's prompting what would be a flattering thought.
You're the most amazing guy. You're brilliant. You're handsome. You're rich. You have everything going. The world is waiting for you to be president. So why are you hosting Saturday Night Live? Why? I have really nothing better to do.
Like that joke from the 2016 primary when Trump said his code name should be humble and everybody laughs. It's because the listener...
Is anybody noticing that this has anything to do with...
Maybe he's going to say that Trump doesn't shower either.
Maybe. Could be.
It's all narcissists don't shower. They have shit hygiene. That's his point right now.
This is unbelievable.
Instantly goes, wait a minute, what do you mean humble? Don't you have giant gold hotels with your name on them and everything's about being the best? So even though it resembles humility or self-awareness, it's actually validation to the brand that he's built around his name. Like, wouldn't it be silly if in another reality I ran a chicken stand or something? Like, that's the kind of joke he'll participate in, because it doesn't call into question anything about the validity of what you're supposed to think about him. It just calls attention to his reputation for the opposite. The self-deprecating humor and the appearance of humility is much more palatable and can be even more effective for getting validation than surface-level, straight-on bragging.
No, I know, but there's more humility than you would think. Believe me. I think I am actually humble.
I'd love to hear what I would love to hear what he thought my mental illness was. That I'd be willing to listen to.
I think I'm much more humble than you would understand.
A whole bunch of theoreticians, Pincus, Akhtar, Roningstam, and many others would argue then that narcissistic people, all narcissistic people, will have all four themes running. The covert grandiosity, the covert vulnerability, the overt grandiosity, and the overt vulnerability.
Trump and Sniperwolf are not covert about their grandiosity.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Unless it doesn't mean what I think it fucking means, which is entirely possible.
It's making my head hurt. Smash like if head hurts.
An easy way to think about these subtypes and how the same person might embody different ones from moment to moment would be to think about bragging versus humble bragging. Unless you were born yesterday, you know that both tactics really have the same goal. Basically, it feels good if you brag and then everyone agrees, and if you try to put yourself down but nobody agrees. So the bragging would be a form of overt or grandiose narcissism, and humble bragging being a form of covert narcissism.
Don't you want to know what I do?
No.
And so a narcissistic personality might use either one in a conversation, depending what type of feedback they're getting, depending which one is getting them more validation.
Do you want a bite?
I'm on a diet, but thank you.
You're kidding, right? You look great. Very fit.
You can always be thinner. Look better.
Somatic narcissism, and more traditionally, grandiose narcissism, both place an excessive importance on things like beauty and strength and fashion and other superficial details that people will admire. And that can present itself like a hyperfixation on grooming.
All people with psychopathy are narcissistic.
I believe in taking care of myself.
A movie scene that might come to mind as an example is Patrick Bateman's Morning Regimen. How meticulous he is with all of his different products and soaps and the ways that he keeps himself looking perfect. So if this is the subcategory of narcissism that you're most familiar with, then at first, some of these details about Sniper...
So I think what he's trying to do is, all right, it doesn't make sense. Like, I'm going to diagnose her and I want you to take it seriously, but it doesn't make sense that she's stinky, smelly, doesn't take care of herself, and yet still a narcissist. But this whole thing with Trump and the psychiatrist and all that other stuff is supposed to tell you, even though that's a little off with the overall prognosis, there is exceptions to the rule. Am I onto something here?
STS donated $15. I can't wait for a decade from now that he admits this was all a bit. Either that or he's a total social retard.
Yeah, I'll say.
Wolf's hygiene don't seem to...
That's at the wrong time. Meant to do it April 1st instead of March 1st, because Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's just so bizarre.
Fit.
In the shower, I use a water-activated gel cleanser.
Last place I need to do videos in the shower. I'm scared the shampoo bottles are gonna see me embarrass myself.
Don't just stare at it, eat it.
However, if you're already familiar with covert narcissism, or even if you're just deep into...
I don't think you are.
Kardashian lore, then some of the details might in fact sound...
See, like, to me, like, if he was just calling her a narcissist, right? It's like sort of like that psychiatrist before. It's just like, it's an ad hom. Like I think somebody's stubborn, all right? But the fact that he's trying to justify his diagnosis without having a degree is really just bizarre.
Sound very familiar.
I have some things that are kind of interesting I want to run by you, and you tell me if they're true or false.
Going days without showering, multiple days without brushing her teeth, and washing only her feet every night before bed are also curious behaviors that Kim Kardashian is known for.
You wash your feet every night before getting into bed?
I do.
Well, it's very good to see you. Thank you for coming and for answering all these very important questions.
This is legit. This person actually has this problem. I'm a doctor with a PhD in psychology.
I want you to clean your vagina.
Hygiene in extremes is associated with both ends of grandiosity versus vulnerability. So on the one side of the spectrum, you might see extraordinary investments of time and money into optimizing their physical appearance, you know, soaking up the maximum amount of admiration possible. But then on the other...
Verse, God, this dude learns nothing. It's not that he's learned nothing. There's something wrong. This is bizarre. This is a bizarre video. And I would never say that Nerd City's stupid. I would never say that Nerd City's untalented. I think Nerd City's got something else going on.
Other end.
Because this is just strange.
Total negligence in some aspects of hygiene. A degree of self-neglect that starts to negatively impact the comfort of people around them, or that even becomes an imposition on people's senses. This is a pattern that's been associated...
I remember when he was talking about bread pong. It was with me, and then he mentioned a disorder, and I'm starting to wonder about that. He mentioned like a something out of that, I don't know what they call it, the DMA or whatever it is. I thought that was really strange too, but something tells me he obsesses over this shit.
With covert narcissism, neglectful narcissism, and cerebral narcissism.
Cerebral narcissist often doesn't shower because they're so focused on what's inside their head that they're not really as cognizant of the world around them as they need to be.
Since dirtiness is not something that most people admire, or let's say it presents a challenge to brag about it,
I want a bath. I'm so dusty now.
criticism for an intentional self-neglect might be disarmed with a preemptive
This is what happens to you when you watch a lot of Sniper Wolf content.
acknowledgement and with at least the appearance of humility.
I need a bath. I'm so dirty.
If you want to know which type you're dealing with,
Oh, I know him. That's Sam Vaknin. He wrote a book that I read called Malignant Self-Love. But I mean, he's actually criticized a lot by the industry, psychological industry. I know who he is.
cock your ears.
Because he is a supposedly diagnosed narcissist, so he's the expert.
Not every day I take a shower.
He did some time too. He actually went to jail, and he's the one that said Obama was. I remember his mom was showing signs. You know, he was kind of a celebrity. I listened, like an internet celebrity. I listened to like 2011, 12.
Listen well.
I said I don't take a shower every day. This is like a big thing for me. Like,
Some Europeans don't. The French don't take showers every day. I don't think.
Some narcissists are not hygienic at all.
When they take showers, those showers are very, very quick.
People trying to take a shower, you trying to do it quick.
It's like, how could you be fully clean in 5 minutes?
Time to wash my own hair. I'm like,
How could you take one sort of aspect of this? This is so weird. I'm not even trying to think. I'm not trying.
Some narcissists, essentially cerebral ones, do not
I'm sorry. I could say he's not fucking equipped to make this, but you know, who cares? It's fucking funny.
take good care of themselves. They do not regularly shower.
A lot of them. I'm hearing from a lot of my clients. Their narcissists won't shower for like days on end.
Some narcissists have poor hygiene habits.
And this is typical of a covert narcissist.
They do not take showers regularly.
The covert narcissist would precede this kind of misconduct or misbehavior with a disclaimer. Disclaimer of authenticity, humility, pseudo-humility, fake humility.
congratulations. Leah took a shower. Yay! She doesn't smell like moss anymore.
When Sniperwolf announces,
"This is your favorite president."
Here's the thing. Let's pretend he's 100% right. Maybe he is. Sniperwolf's a really bad person. I think we all know that, right? Who cares? Like, who fucking cares? You know?
Donald J.
I care because it's fucking funny. But like in the grand scheme of things,
Oh, sorry, wrong clip. When Sniperwolf announces that she's,
your favorite greasy hair YouTuber with the messy hair.
this is not her being humble. Because think about it for 1 second. If she did think that this was a problem, it's a problem that she could solve in the way that most of us would solve it.
I would take a shower.
If we thought that we were too dirty to go to work, we would take a shower before work.
My hair is extremely greasy. As soon as I'm done with this hack, straight to the shower for me.
if you would have told me, like I saw it on my feed, like this Sniperwolf doesn't shower, and I thought to myself, that must be a joke. There's no way that he's going to tie that into a 50-minute video. And then I started thinking about it more. I was like, wait a minute. So I clicked on it. I said, oh my God, this is legit. Right? Holy crap, this is 100% legit. And then Core wrote something in the chat. It's like, oh wow, we got to do this.
I am washing my hair tonight. Oh, by the way, guys, my hair is a mess.
Oh, it's ratchet. See, she's used to doing that in a room by herself. Evan is usually not right off camera to agree when she negs herself.
It's ratchet, disgusting, greasy.
agree. See, her boyfriend knows that she's dirty, and he doesn't like that. And for whatever reason, some of her fans are telling her that she's not.
We tend to reward a lot of things that narcissists do.
She may have just said, oh, I'm dirty, I'm disgusting, but she's actually fishing for compliments. Evan and the audience are supposed to be, in her mind, admiring her right now. Because in the next breath, she's saying, it's date night, so I tried to look cute. And she like does little Vogue.
I'm totally not watching her ever again. I'm a huge fan. And because somebody who doesn't have any kind of PhD said she's a narcissist, I'm done. I guess. And she is. She might be. Fuck if I know.
by her face.
I try to look cute today because date night.
She thinks she looks good enough for a compliment.
Now, they're outwardly self-effacing. It's something they say that's ostensibly modest, or it seems
Do you think, am I out of my mind here, that he's been seeing a psychiatrist and he's one of those guys that got really into it in the last couple of years? I've had a lot of my friends go to therapy and they're all doctors within a year.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Yeah.
deprecating, but the actual intent is to draw attention to themselves and fish for
I
compliments.
mean, yeah, draw attention to yourself, fish for fucking compliments. You're a chick on the internet and your whole thing is looking good. That's like every actress in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Compliments like, oh, I look terrible without any makeup on. They're expecting people to say, oh.
Yeah, it's a super common trend on YouTube. It's LOL, I'm so quirky. YouTube channel self-deprecation. Yeah. I mean, there's a certain amount of attention you want because you're marketing yourself.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? You don't have any makeup on? You look great.
Look at my hair. What is this? Oh,
and, like, again, even if maybe he's right. Maybe he's right. Maybe he's 100%. I'll never know. I mean, it's not like you could do a blood test for covert narcissism.
How does this impact your life, Tommy?
It impacts me. I wonder, this sounds like a conversation. I think she's a covert narcissist. Yeah, and because of A, B, and C. And that's the end of it. There's no video there. That's what's funny to me.
Works. That does work. Yes. Yes. Slay. Tell me to slay because I slay.
It's a humble brag. They think they look great.
Excuse me, why? Check out my hair real quick. What is this? It's so dirty. I haven't washed it. Your favorite messy, fluffy-headed YouTuber. This ain't it. Actually looks kind of cute on camera.
So there's false humility disguised as self-deprecating when they're really bragging on the fact that they want you to pay attention to how good they look without makeup.
Damn, I was waiting for Dr. Phil to call her out.
My hair is like really dirty and I just like threw some clips in.
Oh man, I never seen anybody on Dr. Phil like this.
I hate my hair today. I just got it blown out and then I went swimming and then it's really wet and gross and I'm just gonna put it back and be all cute like this. I'm doing my hair tomorrow and I'm excited because I'm gonna have like this whole hair transformation.
I'm excited. I'm gonna have a girlfriend with clean hair.
I know.
Finally, it's been so long.
I know.
You don't want to argue with a narcissist.
I diagnosed you with being New Jersey. It's winter gaming. Thank you.
Because they are relentless.
Oh, make your life hell.
And they will stay with it forever and a day.
Now that we know from the lawsuit that Sniperwolf's videos were written by her boyfriend or / husband, Evan, it does make it funnier that one of the videos she made was basically him setting her up to learn how to take a shower and to physically walk through each step. The first thing she learns is how to dab, how to whatever. But then the end is a full shower from start to finish, including and in particular shampooing her hair.
Repeat daily. I've been doing it wrong this whole time. Congratulations, you know how to take a shower now.
She just reads this as if it's to the audience, but he's being patronizing to her through the script. And of course her audience is just completely out of it. They don't
care. They want to see a pretty girl play video games. There's no mystery here. There is no mystery here. Oh my God, she could tell them to buy something. That's every influencer, Hollywood. She could convince her to do that's everybody everywhere. And I think it's one of the reasons we had the first issue with him and his Jake Paul thing. Because he acts like really a cop, like a thought cop. Like one of these mothers action groups. It reminds me of the PMRC. Like from the 80s, the PRC was it was a group founded by Tipper Gore. She was the one that got the push for the explicit lyrics on records and stuff like that. And she ran these. Was it a camp? I remember seeing that in that documentary, Fall of Western Civilization 2. I think that's what it's called, where she's demedaling people. In other words, these people are sending their kids to get demedaled and take their T-shirts and stuff like that. Dee Schneider's speech was legendary. Yeah, that's what Nerd City's become. It's just some sort of weird quasi right wing 700 Club-ish moralization. Like, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even have too much of a problem with my kid watching her because it's really not that offensive. And I always tell my kid that most of these YouTubers are berserk. You know.
Forgot what was going on here.
I hope you finally learned how to shower. It's not so hard. I know it's a lot of steps, but I believe in you. You can do it. You can shower. And I don't know about daily, but
She gets it.
And speaking of clean hair,
maybe it's Maybelline.
Man. Look, we know a lot of people have looked at this guy and looked at her and made easy jokes about what an unlikely looking pair these two are. There have been countless versions of this post that have gone viral, where people basically try to make sense of what his hidden talent must be. And the people who assume Sausage has an incredible ability to relate to women,
now you're better, but you're still ugly,
see him as a sort of aspirational figure.
What?
This guy.
Look what he married. He is aspirational. You know, Jesus.
I gives me.
Guy like him married a girl like her. Thumbs up.
He definitely overachieved.
Yes.
He overachieved.
Absolutely. It was a good move.
Oh, because
Let's hope for gamers everywhere.
look at him. He's got it all figured out.
Well, in some ways, sure. But I know that most people who make a comment like that in passing, or who would seek his advice on picking up women, don't have the slightest idea what direction he actually took things in.
There's a lot going on in this big head.
For nearly a decade, he subjected her to a type of deviancy and a degree of pestering about it that most people, realistically, wouldn't dare imagine. And there's an intersection here with poor bathroom hygiene that ties him into the themes we're looking at today. So, if you were curious about their relationship secrets and how Sausage seduced Sniperwolf, I'll give you a quick rundown. And for those eating, I will try to make it quick.
Sorry if it bothers you if I talk about poop, especially if I'm eating, or especially if you're eating.
They first met online when Sausage rizzed her up with a fart joke.
I would drag my balls through a desert full of cactuses just to hear you fart through.
You know what? Good for him. Good job.
I got a
Congrats,
message
it
from
worked.
this guy and he was like, I would drag my balls through a field of broken glass just to hear you fart through a walkie-talkie.
Really? That sounds pretty good.
I would drag my balls through a desert full of cactuses just to hear you fart through a walkie-talkie.
Oh my god, that was so nice, and now I don't know what my reaction should be.
Yo!
But little did she know, it wasn't even his joke, and he wasn't joking.
And I thought it was so funny. It was like the funniest, smartest thing I ever heard, and I thought he made it up, but later I found out that.
I'm done. This is insane.
I mean, if that worked for him, hey, congrats. Good job.
I'm not even paying attention at this point. It's just too bizarre. I think we proved our point. You want to watch the rest of the video? It's called Sniperwolf Doesn't Shower.